it's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So I just finished the metal grind to get this guy Dokkan Awaken. As you saw the last video, I did have him at 100%. I kept the potential levels pretty much the same, level 15, additional attack level 11, criticals. Again, he doesn't have a category, so the only team setup you can really run is the super type team. Again, similar to last time, I am running the transforming trunks leaders just to provide that 120%. Again, I'm going to link him up with the intelligence Paikuhan just because they do share a lot of links, and I want to see the combination effect of both of them greatly reducing attack. So there's been quite a bit of changes with this upgrade, so let's go ahead and talk about the stats for the Dokkan Awaken Super Paikuhan. Leader skill change to all types key plus 3, HP attack and defense increases 60%, super attack will cause supreme damage to enemy and greatly lowers attack. This is where things get interesting. The passive skill is key plus 3, attack and defense increase of 80%. When facing only one enemy, guaranteed additional attack with a medium chance to become a super attack. When facing 2 or more enemies, guaranteed additional attack, which has a high chance to become a super attack. So again, with the ability to greatly lower attack, as well as, you know, pretty much guaranteed additional attacks with a medium or high chance to become super attacks, and then potential levels with level 15 toward additionals, you're looking at a pretty good chance of potentially really getting the enemy's attack down. And that's really the benefit of this guy. Of course, like, it'd be nice to see this guy get criticals, but really it just does come down to the fact that it's very beneficial to have the ability to greatly lower attack on a consistent basis. So for the link skills, you've got Gentleman, that's plus 2 key. Brainiacs is attack and defense increase of 10%. Tough as Nails, defense increase of 1500. Shocking Speed, plus 2 key. Experienced Fighters is attack increase of 10%. Supreme Warrior, plus 1 key, and Shattering the Limit is also plus 2 key. At 100% potential after the Dokkan Awaken, you're looking at HP of 13,929. Attack is 13,605. Defense is 9,039. 12 key multiplier is 140%. Again, this guy is very decent in my opinion. I'm actually waiting for the opportunity to test this guy out on Super Battle Road and see how he does, since, you know, I tested this guy before, and the problem is basically the limitation of one super attack ability to greatly lower attack. Now that you're going to be in a situation where it's a guaranteed additional attack with a high chance to become a super attack along with level 15 additional attacks, you've got the potential to really reduce the enemy's attack. So it might be pretty interesting to see how things play out there. So definitely expect a video coming up over the weekend on that. I'll certainly be testing that out and seeing how it is. Again, the only limitation with this unit is the fact that he doesn't have a category, and, you know, that's a whole different conversation on why that is the case and why they should include him on a category. But for the time being, it is what it is. And the team is pretty much similar to the pre-Dokkan Awaken showcase that I did last night. The only difference, I did make some modification like I talked about in the last video. I did replace Toppo with the LR Goku from the Super Battle Road rewards because, you know, links like Experienced Fighters, and also, you know, Goku does provide a 30% increase to attack and defense for his super type allies. I also replaced the Kaioken Angel Goku, which I understand is a little bit contradictory, but since Super Paikuhan now has Shattering the Limit, which is a key link, I went ahead and included the Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan, because Gohan does provide a 35% increase to attack and defense for allies, so I figured it'd be beneficial to bring that. Like I said, for the most part of this video, I am going to keep both versions of Paikuhan together, just because I like to see the combo effect take place with the continuation of decreasing enemies' attack. So, but the later portions of the video, you will see rotations where Super Paikuhan is on a rotation with, like, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock with the 40% passive active, and then, like, Paikuhan with the 60% passive active. LR Goku or this Gohan right here. So you will see him at a situation where he's getting quite a bit of a boost. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I kind of wanted to see him on this rotation just to see realistically like what kind of stuff you would expect. I did put him in harm's way purposely just to see, you know, what kind of damage he would end up taking and what kind of impact the super attack abilities have. So again, he's definitely going to be taking quite a bit of damage here, 144,000, because you haven't really reduced Goku's attack here. So that's basically, you know, the only issue I would have probably at the beginning of like each of the Battle Road events is at the very beginning, if he's being attacked first, you're going to be taking potentially a lot of damage, but you could easily counter that with some of the uses of items. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. It should be interesting. I think what would also be interesting is have a combination of, you know, attack reducing super attack ability units with defense decreasing units. Like, for example, Kefla comes to mind. And the good thing right now is Paikuhan is Dokkan Awakened, so he at the very least has Shattering the Limit now. Shattering the Limit is a pretty common link skill. Even Kefla has it, so like, you know, he'll still be able to link up with the rest of the team. Prior to that, at max level 100, that was kind of the problem. Is it was very limited in terms of the overall team builds and how he could link up with other units. Because again, it is pretty limited if you look at it. Now there are some like links that you could certainly share amongst a lot of other units, like Shocking Speed and Experienced Fighters is definitely pretty common. But outside of that, you really do have to kind of think about it a little bit in terms of how to build the team appropriately. So now that, you know, he has Shattering the Limit, which adds +2 ki, that's going to make things a hell of a lot easier to build some teams out of. So I'm definitely happy about it. And yeah, I mean, the other units are pretty nice. I guess the problem is, you know, how many stones do you want to invest in it, knowing that the Tanabata stuff is coming out, you know, within like probably a week and a half. You know, beginning of July is probably when shit's gonna happen. So, you know, what's the deal with that? You know, what to do? There's so many. That's the problem with Dokkan Battle, right? It's just continued banners left and right. You know, so it's hard on the wallet sometimes, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So not too bad. I'd rather have a busy period than a dry period, I'll put it to you that much. So again, the Paikuhan's great. I've been waiting on this unit to get a Dokkan Awakened for a while, along with, you know, all the other Super Saiyan 3 Gohan Trunks, you know, what was it? Janemba Baby, or Baby Janemba or whatever, and, you know, some of the other units that finally got a Dokkan Awakened, so it'll be nice to see how the new units operate with their upgrades. But I definitely did want to start off with this one because I really have been waiting a long time for this. I was hoping he would at least get a category out of, like, just, you know, at least one category to get, you know, a better stat boost overall, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But that is another important thing to keep in mind. This is on a 120% leader team, so he's already putting up, you know, well over 700,000 in attack stats. So given that, he's actually doing very well. So I think on a proper like 170% attack increase in category lead, he could definitely break 1 million with the right rotation. So, you know, that kind of puts it in perspective a little bit better. But if you watch the previous video, you'll know how much of a difference it already made, because I think before the Dokkan Awaken, he was averaging maybe about 350,000 tops. And now he's consistently getting upwards of 750,000 in attack stats. So, you know, it's definitely made a big improvement. I think what helped him the most was, instead of a flat 10,000 increase to attack, it's now 80% for both attack and defense. So the defensive boost of 80% is definitely really nice, because not only are you lowering the enemy's attack, but you're also creating you know, defensive abilities on top of that. So it's kind of like you're getting a double, you know, double effect in a way. But overall, definitely a very solid unit. I don't know how often I'll run him. I think it'll depend on the situation, but I definitely do see a lot of value with this unit. Like I said, Battle Road should be interesting. Like even the, yeah, I'll have to figure out which Battle Road setting I'll test him out on, but I think he definitely adds a lot of value. It'll be interesting to see how he does, and trust me, I will be doing videos on it. And definitely be on the lookout for that over the weekend, but I think this guy is definitely pretty solid now. You won't run him a lot, but when you need him, he's definitely going to help you. That's probably the best way to put it. Alright, so that was the showcase for the Dokkan Awakened Super Paikuhan. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.